come across the street, come up from the south side. Looks like we'd have some pretty good stuff.
Drop the gun! Drop the gun!
Have you ever wondered what happens when regular people end up in situations that are stranger than fiction? Imagine being mistaken for an FBI agent by the police. It sounds like a crazy movie plot, right? But hold on to your seats, because today we're diving into real-life stories that are even more unbelievable than you can imagine. Picture this. Someone going about their day, only to suddenly face the unexpected police officers showing up out of nowhere. Accusations fly, things get intense, and before you know it, handcuffs might come into play. But here's the twist. In some mind-boggling cases, these everyday people turned out to be actual undercover FBI agents. Now let's dive right into these jaw-dropping tales. From mistaken identities to shocking showdowns, we've got a lineup that will leave you amazed. Ever heard of a police officer stopping someone they couldn't believe was an FBI agent? Or how about a situation where a police officer aimed a gun at an ordinary-looking person, only to find out they were a hidden hero in disguise? And wait, there's more. We've got a mind-blowing story about a car stop that will have you questioning reality. These stories are filled with twists and turns that you won't want to miss. So get ready, because as we unravel these unbelievable truths, you'll be glued to your screen, wanting to know how it all unfolds. Ready? Let's dive into a world of shocking encounters, hidden secrets, and moments that will keep you hooked from start to finish. We're diving into a world where things get real wild, real quick. Imagine this. You're just chilling, minding your business, and then bam! Cops show up like they're in a movie. But hold up, these aren't just regular cops. They're the FBI, the real deal. Think about a guy from South Sudan doing his thing, when suddenly the cops pounce. They're firing questions like crazy, like a fast talk show.
All right, no, he's harassing me. Why are you harassing me? Hey, yo. Hey.
But here's the twist. They've got the wrong idea, thinking this dude is someone totally different.
You got the wrong guy, I'm telling you.
Now here's where it gets interesting. This guy isn't backing down. He calls out racial profiling and starts a fiery talk with the cops. The tension goes up as they slap on handcuffs. But wait, there's a surprise waiting. Our guy pulls out his secret weapon, his ID.
Hey, watch how funny this is. Go ahead, look at it. No, don't hate me. Look at it. Oh, what is that?
He practically begs the cops to double-check it, and they finally do. Imagine the shock on the cops' faces. They are seriously stunned. Now let's switch to another story. It starts with a regular chat during a traffic stop, but ends with a jaw-dropping twist. Ever seen cops mess up big time? Well, that's exactly what happened here. They pull over a guy, think he's up to no good, and say some pretty nasty stuff.
I had the defroster on.
But guess what? This dude isn't your average Joe. He's an FBI agent.
The FBI.
Talk about a major surprise. Imagine this. A guy who's had a bit too much to drink gets pulled over by the police. Things get intense, a gun is shown, and you won't believe what comes next.
I've contracted with the Department of Justice and the FBI.
This guy isn't just any drunk person. Surprise. Surprise. He's actually an FBI agent. The police are totally caught off guard by this unexpected revelation. Now let's talk about the FBI and their undercover missions. These are like secret adventures where FBI agents become part of criminal groups to find out important stuff, break up crime rings, and keep our country safe. It's like a hidden side of the FBI's job that shows how determined they are to make things right, even when it's tricky. The FBI has uncovered a troubling partnership between Puerto Rican police officers and drug traffickers.
This was large-scale drug traffic. Drugs that were intended to come into Milwaukee.
Officers who were supposed to keep the peace are now accused of helping criminals. This news has shocked everyone, showing how corruption can seep into even important institutions. Imagine this. Puerto Rico is a beautiful place with beaches and a rich culture, but beneath that beauty, there's a darker side. The FBI has found that some police officers have been working with drug dealers. They're believed to have given information to criminals, like warning them about police actions. This kind of collaboration has made illegal activities thrive. These accusations are like something from a detective show, leaving people surprised and confused. It's like police officers working with criminals in a movie, but this time it's real life. For many, finding out that police officers are corrupt is really upsetting. People trust the police to keep them safe, but now it seems like some officers have broken that trust. This makes us question not just these officers, but the whole police force. These arrests also make us wonder about how criminals can get into law enforcement.
Drug traffickers should not think that the U.S. mails are a safe way to distribute their poison.
How did this happen? And why didn't anyone stop it? This shows that we need to watch out for corruption and make sure people in charge are doing the right thing. These arrests also show how tough it is to fight drug trafficking. Police all around the world are working to stop illegal drugs, but when some officers help criminals, it becomes a big problem. This reminds us that fighting crime is hard and needs a lot of effort. As the investigation continues, people in Puerto Rico are shocked and hurt.
11 people in connection to a separate heroin and fentanyl drug operation.
This shows how important it is for the police to be open and honest. People need to trust the police to protect them, and those who break that trust should face consequences. After these arrests, the police in Puerto Rico need to make big changes. They have to remove the bad officers and make people believe in them again. It won't be easy, but it's necessary to have a police force that everyone can trust. These events are a reminder that corruption can happen anywhere, even in places we rely on for safety. It's up to us to demand transparency and honesty, so we can have a better future where the police stand for justice and fairness. Ultimately, the shocking arrests of dozens of Puerto Rican police officers accused of aiding drug traffickers serve as a stark reminder of the complexity of the battle against crime and the crucial role that transparency, accountability, and the unwavering pursuit of justice play in upholding the public's trust. It's a story that prompts us to examine the systems in place, question the foundations of trust, and reaffirm our commitment to a safer and more just society. Picture this. FBI agents become someone totally different. They create new names, stories, and even looks to fit in with the bad guys they're investigating. It's like they're playing a role in a big game. FBI agents go undercover to make friends with the bad guys. They join their groups, pretend to be part of their bad deeds, and learn all sorts of secrets. This helps them find proof to stop the criminals in their tracks. When you are undercover, you act like a criminal, but you've got rules to follow. FBI agents can't really break the law or do anything too wrong. It's like being in a play where you're playing a character, but you still know what's right and wrong. So next time you hear about FBI undercover missions, remember it's like they're playing a super important role in a big show to keep our world safe and sound. Sometimes things don't go as planned. Undercover agents can find themselves in unpredictable situations. It's like being in an adventure where you don't know what's coming next. Agents have to think fast and make quick decisions. Modern undercover work gets a boost from technology. Agents use hidden cameras, listening devices, and secret communication tools. These gadgets help agents stay safe and gather important information without being noticed. The FBI's undercover work has a huge impact. It helps solve major cases, from taking down gangs to stopping terrorist plots. Think of it like being a superhero. The agents work behind the scenes to keep us safe. Sometimes undercover work is tricky. Agents have to follow strict rules to stay within the law. It's a bit like walking on a tightrope, trying to do the right thing while pretending to be someone else. The FBI's undercover work has its successes, but it also raises important questions. Some people wonder if it's fair for agents to act like criminals to catch criminals. It's like a puzzle where the pieces don't always fit perfectly. Undercover agents are like hidden heroes. They work quietly without getting credit to protect us from danger. It's a bit like a secret superhero team that only comes out when there's trouble. The FBI's undercover operations reveal a side of crime fighting that most people don't see. It shows their dedication to making the world safer, even when it means working undercover and out of sight. These operations remind us that justice isn't always obvious. Sometimes it takes a bit of secrecy and a lot of determination to make things right. In the end, the FBI's undercover operations give us a peek into a world of mystery and courage. They're like real-life spy stories that remind us that justice and safety are worth the hard work, even if it happens behind closed doors. In the world of law enforcement, trust between the police and the community is crucial. When people believe that the police are fair, honest, and looking out for their safety, it creates a strong bond between the two. However, there are times when that trust can be shaken. Restoring public trust becomes a top priority to mend this important relationship and ensure that everyone feels safe and protected. Imagine a bridge that connects the police and the community. This bridge is built on trust, with the police promising to serve and protect while the community relies on them. But sometimes, incidents or actions can weaken that bridge. People might feel that the police aren't treating everyone fairly or listening to their concerns. This leads to a breakdown of trust, making the bridge shaky. Trust is like the glue that holds a community together. When people trust the police, they're more likely to cooperate, share information, and work together to solve problems. But when trust is lost, people might hesitate to call the police for help or share important details about crimes. This makes it harder for the police to do their job effectively. Restoring public trust is like fixing that shaky bridge. It requires effort from both the police and the community. The police need to show that they're committed to being fair, respectful, and accountable. They also need to listen to the community's concerns and take them seriously. One way to rebuild trust is through transparency and accountability. This means being open about what the police are doing, why they're doing it, and how they're making sure everything is fair. When the community sees that the police are being honest and holding themselves accountable for their actions, trust starts to grow again. Community policing is like a teamwork approach to law enforcement. It's about the police and the community working together to solve problems. This approach helps the police understand the community's needs and concerns better, and it gives the community a chance to see the police as partners rather than just enforcers. The police might need extra training. This training focuses on things like cultural sensitivity, de-escalation techniques, and building positive relationships. When police officers have the right skills and knowledge, they can interact with the community in ways that promote trust and respect. Communication is key in rebuilding trust. The police need to actively listen to the community's concerns and take them seriously. Town hall meetings, open forums, and regular conversations help create a space for dialogue where both sides can share their thoughts and work together to find common ground. Sometimes restoring trust requires acknowledging past mistakes. If the police have done something that harmed the community's trust, admitting the error and taking steps to make amends can go a long way. It shows that the police are willing to learn from their mistakes and work towards positive change. Every interaction between the police and the community is a chance to build or rebuild trust. Simple acts of kindness, respect, and fairness can go a long way in showing that the police genuinely care about the community's well-being. Restoring public trust is like a puzzle that both the police and the community need to solve together. It requires patience, understanding, and a commitment to working towards a common goal, creating a safe and harmonious community where everyone can trust in the police's dedication to their well-being. Share your thoughts in the comment box below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, hit the bell icon for notifications, and show your support by liking and sharing this eye-opening content.